Okay, welcome back guys and girls. Now let's look at poetry analysis. Just now I went through prose analysis with you. Now it's time to look at poetry analysis. So for poetry analysis, one of the first things that you have to look at is the poet's own biography. Like I mentioned earlier, you have to look at his or her age, sexuality, gender, ethnicity, nationality, and political affiliation. Alright, social class as well. How does his or her own biography affect what he or she writes on, and what opinion he or she has on that subject matter? And then look at the speaker. In the case of a poem, it would usually the imaginary person, we usually refer to him or her as the speaker. Alright, or the voice, the so-called voice. Alright, reciting the poem to you. And then look at the subject matter, which is basically known as the theme. Alright, what is the meaning? What is the subtext of that which is being spoken about? And then look at tone. So tone, I've already told you, we have three different definitions or subparts under tone. One of the first things that you have to look at is the writer's attitude towards the subject or the theme. Alright. The second thing that you have to look at is the writer's attitude towards the characters or the objects. And the last thing that you have to look at is the writer's attitude towards himself or herself and the reader. Now let's look at imagery. So there are four different types of imagery: visual imagery, alright, and auditory imagery, alright, kinesthetic imagery or tactile imagery, and lastly olfactory imagery. So visual imagery relates to your sense of seeing, alright, and auditory imagery relates to your sense of hearing. Kinesthetic or tactile imagery relates to your sense of touch, and lastly, olfactory imagery relates to your sense of smell. Alright, so those are the four different types of comparisons being made. And then you have similes and metaphors under imagery as well. So similes have the word like or as, whereas metaphors are more direct. They don't have the word like or as. And then literary devices. So I've already gone through with you some of the more commonly used literary devices. The rest, well, we will provide you with a list of the commonly used literary devices, and you can read the definitions, and then if you are in doubt, you can ask the tutor, and then we will train you in understanding these literary devices in greater detail. And then word choice and diction. So word choice and diction basically refers to the vocabulary, the language. Usually the questions ask you for the language, explore or analyze the effects of language on you. So you would have to look at word choice and diction. And then look at characterization. So what is the dramatic interaction between the characters, what sort of dialogue they use, etc. And lastly, have a personal response from the reader. So this is the crucial aspect under conclusion, where you have to narrate a personal anecdote, a life experience on your own, which relates to the theme of the poem. Alright, this could be on racism, gender inequality, or it could even be on social class inequalities, poverty, etc. So it's really up to you. Okay, thank you very much. That's it.